Welcome back. On today's episode, we're going to smoke some cheddar cheese. My wife loves this as a snack. It's hard to find. Sometimes she can find it at Buc-ee's, the little bitty cubes. We're going to do it with my homemade stovetop smoker. I made this out of an old roasting pan. I think I did a video on how I made it. We're going to use these pellets. They're like for a pellet grill. These are mesquite. We are in Texas, that's what everybody likes, so we're going to do mesquite smoked cheese. So let's get this party started. I've got Big Blue here. Affectionately, that's the name I gave this old smoker. I've used it to smoke bologna, salts, paprika, all different types of stuff. I'm going to go with a 1/4 cup of pellets. You don't want to wet the pellets or anything. Just use them as they are. I've tried wood chips one time, and you can wet those down to make a slower burn. So I've got a drip pan here. You can see it's well loved. Got some ice. I want to keep the cheese cool as I can while it's in here smoking. Yes, we use ice trays. How about that? I got tired of ice makers clogging up because the filters clogged up and lines clogged up. So I'm going to put this on the stove and start it smoke rolling. I'll show you at that point. I've turned this back burner on. Just got it over the pellets on top of that. This is my homemade smoker. Do not attempt using a smoker like this. I am a trained professional. Don't do what I do. You can just watch it for entertainment purposes only. You can see it's getting a little smoke. I want it to come to a full rolling boil of smoke. I've got my tray here. This is the one we're going to put the cheese on. It'll keep it cooler. I'm going to turn the heat down to about medium low. I've had this cheese in the fridge. It's ice cold. Cheddar cheese melts at about 150 degrees. So I'm going to put it on this side furthest away from the fire. Or smoke, as I should say. Well, what they say, if there's smoke, there's fire. Put this up here, cover it. I've got a thermometer that I put in this to check the temperature. I don't want it to go past about 140, 150. If it does, I'll turn it down and regulate the heat that way. I'll bring y'all back in a little bit. I'm going to turn on this vent hood so my smoke alarm doesn't go off. And see you back in a few minutes. It's about 120. Set this corner over to about 140. I've turned it down a little lower. I just want it to smoke to be there. I don't need the heat. When I did bologna like this, I did 1-inch thick slices. Oh my God, it was great. If you're wondering about that, go back and look at my playlist. You'll find smoked bologna. Maintaining the temperature of about 125. Still got smoke rolling out. Let's check this, see how much smoke it's got in it. Oh yeah, smoking good. flip it over. It's at about 135. When you do this, be sure to have your vent rolling. Take the lid off slow. You don't want to have a backdraft. Let's see. Now the cheese is still good and cool. That's a good thing. Slowly rising up, but it's been on for 15 minutes or so. There's some companies out there. I think one of them is Cameron Stovetop Smoker. You can go to Amazon, and they have lots of them. You can it shows how to use those, and I just didn't want to spend $25 or $30 on one, and I had this blue roasting pan that didn't hardly give anything for at Walmart years ago and didn't use it very often, so it made a good stovetop smoker. Let's get back to the smoke rolling. I want to smoke this as long as I can and stay under 140. I put 1/4 of a cup in. I'll put another quarter here if I start running out of smoke. Let's check and see how much fuel's in here. It's about 138. It's got a little bit, but I think it can use some more. That'll probably be the last round. The cheese is getting kind of dark. I know it's got some flavor added to it by now. I'm going to bring it back up to temperature right quick. This is just like running a smoker outside that you're putting wood in. Every time you open it, you have to increase the heat to get it back to where it was at. And I just don't have an outside smoker anymore. Not able to go out and man it. So Old Blue will have to do. Don't just jerk the lid off this thing when you do that. Open it up just a little bit, because you don't want a backdraft. Just looking at the cheese under there. Still got water and ice underneath. It's right at 145. At the end of this cycle, when the smoke starts laying down, and you know there'll be a point you'll see not a lot of smoke. That's when you need to kill it, because you just don't want the hot metal smell. You just the heat that's just melting it. That's no good. You want the smoke. So at the end of this smoke round, and it's had 1/2 of a cup of pellets, and that's probably going to do it. Let's get back to the smoker. Turn this back on. Let's check it to see how much fuel's left. Remember, always open this up lightly. It's got plenty of smoke left in it. It's got plenty of fuel. Temperature's right at 140. We're good. And I've got it on low just about, so. got a few pellets left. It's got a little bit of fuel left, the pellets. I turned it up on high. As soon as the smoke starts boiling and it gets it to 140, I'm just going to turn it off and let it set and soak up the smoke. You can see just a little bit of smoke. The cheese is definitely taking on a smoke ring. Now let's get this out of here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. It stayed pretty cool. It's cool on the bottom even. It's still cool in the center. There she is. So I was thinking about the cheese we get at Buc-ee's. It says smoke flavored. Does that mean they dipped it in liquid smoke? It didn't say smoked cheese, it just said smoke flavor. So anyway, it stayed cool. It's actually cool right there. So that's a good thing. That's a cool thing. So I'm going to turn it around so I can get it wrapped. It's a little warm on the outside, but I'm going to wrap this in this butcher paper and I ain't the best at this. My old fingertips don't have a lot of feeling in them, but I think I can get her done. There she is, boys and girls. There she is, wrapped up tight. I'm going to put it in the fridge to cool down. I'll bring you back in about 6 hours.
This video was heavily
We'll do a taste test.
just to save time. It took about 2 hours of smoking to get to this point. And I've decided to wait till the next day to taste this. It smells wonderful in the package. I know it's going to taste great.
I can tell you it has a wonderful smoke smell. Mesquite smoke. It's not oak, it ain't pecan. Mesquite is definitely has a scent of its own. Has a scent of its own. I can get my words out. I'm drooling, I think, wanting to taste this. Let's get a bite. And it smells good. Are y'all ready for a bite? I just want a small piece to see how smoky it is. Here's a thin, about 1/4 inch thick, 3/16 by 1/2 by 1. Just get a bite of this. Gosh, it smells wonderful. Boy, that's good stuff now. Ain't no fake smoke in this. This is a real deal. Very good. I said on the video where I typed in, I think I said that it took me about total time to do. it's funny, this video will probably be 20 minutes long, but it took about 2 hours to do, time to get everything out and get it smoking and get her going. I shortened the video a lot because there's just scenes of it, the smoker going. You know, who wants to look at that? You don't want to hear the old dude talking for 2 hours. So anyway, I edited most of it out just a few times when I was checking it along the way and telling you to be careful when you take the lid off, you know, backdraft, all that. So anyway, gosh, it's a great flavor. Let me try it on a cracker with some apricot. I thought I'd get fancy and try my Google. Google Assistant told me this. Let's see if Google Assistant knows what it's talking about. That's stupid good. Dang. Man, oh man. Google Assistant was right. Let's try an apple. It said green apple because of the tartness of the green apple. Let's see how these two taste together. I can't get over the smell. That green apple's, that's a Granny Smith. It's tart. It's good with that smoked cheese. Goodness. Well, I think we need to do the bite. You know what the bite is? Everything together. The bite. Let's get a bite. All right, so I got my cracker. Let me get a thin piece of apple here. See if I can cut it thin. Without... There you go. Without cutting the end of my finger off here. Get this fancy looking here. Get me a little dollop of apricot preserves on top. Oh yeah, it's going down, baby. The bite. I need to give Mr. Google a raise. My Google Assistant is smart. Hey. Boys and girls, if you wanted, you can buy smoked cheese, but I'm telling you, it ain't nothing like this. If you want to do your own, you can do this on an outdoor barbecue pit. You can do a cold smoke, just especially an offset smoker. I did some years ago on an offset smoker when I could get around in the backyard and I had a barbecue pit. Started a little bitty fire, cold smoke. Get a pan of ice water underneath a grill just above put the cheese just above it so it'd keep it cool and get lots of smoke in on there. It'd take about an hour that way. It was good, but it's not as good as this. This is really concentrated smoke. Goes good with this cheddar cheese I've got. So, but if you want to try it in the house, buy you one of those Cameron smokers. I ain't sponsored by nobody. No Cameron smoker. I ain't sponsored surely by Amazon. I am getting an Amazon store set up. Yeah, I'm coming into the, what century is it, 25th century? They sent me several notes, said you need to get your Amazon store. We buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. And I don't know if I get one or if anybody's going to be interested in what I buy. Very little cook stuff. You know, you see me use the same old knives and stuff I've had since I was a kid. So, but anyway, I'm going to get an Amazon store one of these days. So, I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate you watching my videos, putting up with me. I just try to make another day. You never know what tomorrow brings. I'm hoping my videos bring a smile to someone and give them the encouragement to keep on keeping on. Old dude's out of here to have another piece of cheese. Mesquite smoked cheese.